Welcome back. So in our previous session, we installed Verge3D and we created an interactive table app. Now let us continue. We also see the folder that it created in the My Document, My Verge3D app folder. It has created some files and let us now explore from that part. Now if you come to the folder that it has created, if you just come to the folder that it has created, that is it will be present in document my Verge 3D app, and inside this in interactive table you can see all the files available here. And out of all these files you have a blend file, interactive table dot blend. Double click to open it or come to Blender, and in Blender come to open, and in my documents and in my document Verge 3D apps interactive table. Now double click to open this file. Now if I come to the shading and if I add the shading, texture shading icon over here, if I enable it, you can see this is the default file created by Verge 3D. This is the Verge 3D document that it is going to create. And now when you have installed Verge 3D, if you come to file and export, you have a new option here, Verge 3D glTF. You can click on export and export this model as a glTF model. Now, if you come back to your app manager, you have the Verge button here. If I click on run app, this app will now open in a HTML document. And now you can see this is the default document created by the app manager. Now I will close this and I will come back to Blender. And now opening this interactive underscore table dot blend, here we are now going to create our model. Now the next thing is we have to model the table here. Since we are not going to deal in detail about modeling in Blender, I am not going to do the modeling. Modeling has already been done by me, and I will share this model file to you in the resources. So if you come to the resources, in the resources, if I come back to resources, here in the contents folder, I will share these 5 files. You have one simple configurator.blend file and 4 texture files. So what you have to do is you take all these files, select all these files, right click and copy. Now come to documents and in Verge 3D apps in interactive table, come here and paste it. So now all these files are pasted. Now what we have to do is we have to replace the model in interactive underscore table dot blend file with this simple configuration blend. I can do it in 2 ways. One is you can come over here, file, append, and I can select this interactive table dot blend file, and I can select all the files and import it over here. This is one way. Or the other way I am going to do is, right now I will create a new document and I will not save this. Now come back here and in the Verge 3D apps folder, in interactive table folder, now I will right click on this interactive table underscore table dot blend file and click on rename, and I will copy this name. After copying this name, I will select this file, right click, and I will delete this file. Then I will come to this simple configurator.blend file, right click, and I am going to click on rename, and here I will press Ctrl V or I will paste the name of interactive table. So what we have now done is we have replaced the default file with the simple configurator file. So now what happens is if I come back to Blender, and in Blender if I click open, and if I now come back to this folder in documents, Verge3D apps in interactive table. If I select this file and if I click open, this is the model file which I have already created. Here you have cube, you have one cube and another three cubes representing three different objects, and then you have a sphere. Sphere is the outside environment that we have created here. So this is the file that we are going to use to build our interactive application. So now what I will do is select this. Now go to file and choose export, and in export choose Verge3D glTF. Click on this, select this interactive underscore table file and click export Verge3D glTF. So I have exported it as glTF file. Now if I come back to the browser and in the app manager, if I click on this, you can now see this app is opening in the browser. You can now see it in the browser. I can turn around and see it. But the only problem now is you are not seeing the texture and there is no lighting. So we are going to solve these two issues of lighting and textures in our next session. Thank you.